Welcome to Beyond the Game, Makers and Players. Every week we're going to have different developers, programmers, visual artists, 3D artists from the gaming industry. We're going to give you a behind-the-scenes look of what it takes to make a game with all these different STEM-related fields. You guys don't want to hear about me. You guys want to hear about our guest today, Agnes Larsson. And I'm just going to do a quick little intro, but she doesn't need one. But just in case, she's our very first guest. She's the game director at Minecraft. And when you play Minecraft and you see all the new updates and additions, she made those. All the way from Sweden and not from the Nether. It's Agnes Larsson. Hi, Agnes. Why don't we kind of talk a little bit about you and your background? When did you become interested in video games?
Oh, okay, yes. I think first time I played a game, I was 3 years old, and that was when my big brother got the NES, Nintendo 8-bit, as a birthday gift, and I think I loved games ever since. So, yeah, it's been a passion of mine since I was very young. I didn't develop games until after university though, so that came much later for me. But I always loved playing games and drawing my own games.
What kind of games did you draw?
Oh, so that's quite funny. I remember I draw the kind of games I played, but then I tweaked them to be how I wanted them to be. So for example, I played lots of Mario Kart. So I draw a racing game, and this was before The Sims, for example, existed. But then the drivers in the racing game would their cars and go and spend time with their family, and that was the game to draw.
I love it.
I couldn't. Yeah, so I couldn't, fully think outside the box and maybe I should draw a game about families, but at least I combined it with the racing game, and then, but it was just with pen and paper and my fantasies how I wanted the games to be.
Yeah, I mean, really, we visited your realm last time you were on, and I was just so fascinated about the way that you built your world, and now this totally makes sense because there's a total connection, because in your realm you have stories and you have a whole society going on. There's literally an entire history to what you've built. And you telling me the story about how you would have them go to their families and spend time with their families totally makes sense of why you do what you do now.
This is the town called Tiara, which is named after the first queen of this country.
This is where I had my incident.
Yes, you want to see the place again?
Yeah, so if you missed our last stream, we woke up in the morning. I thought it would be nice to have a nice walk over the bridge, and there was a leftover creeper over there, and I didn't see it, and it exploded right behind me, and I might have ruined Agnes's world just a little bit, but we're gonna go visit.
That's part of the history now of the world, in a good way.
Now I'm part of the history of Agnes's realm.
So I haven't built anything very fancy yet around it, but I did make it a bit of a memorial place for this event.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what does it say?
It says in memory of Elena's creeper explosion. Yes. I think it's a very fond memory for me in this Minecraft world. So I wanted to keep it.
I love it. Agnes, I don't need to do anything else with my life anymore. I think the fact that I'm permanently in your realm is beyond. This is the coolest thing ever. Oh my god.
Oh, that makes me happy. So I was planning, I think there should be a plaza here, but a square Because I think that would be perfect. And it was quite nice with the little street starting here, where there can be more houses, and then this big monument that I'm still building on. It's taking me a long time.
Everyone should, like, it's huge.
It's huge, and sometimes I do that. Like I start to build something, and then I take a break and start to, go somewhere else in the world and tell stories about that part of the world and build things there instead. So this one has been waiting for a while, but it's still quite cool, even if it's not done yet.
No, it's...
so I think it would be perfect to have like a little square here with your creeper explosion place in the center of it.
Okay.
Speaking about creeper explosions, we should sleep soon.
Oh no! Okay. I don't remember where my... Okay, there's my bed.
Otherwise we can get another more fun stories. That's the thing. I love to, tell stories in survival mode, because then things like that happen. Yeah. And that's super inspiring to me. Things I didn't plan, but they like, oh no, that happened, and then I can get inspired from that, and that affects the story of the world. So I really love that.
Yeah, oh, I love it. I'm gonna cherish and remember this moment forever.
So sweet.
Okay, so now I've had my fangirl moment. Now let's go visit some places, or why don't we just talk about, Agnes has built like her world literally with like, it's based around stories and characters, and it's running like its own society. Why don't you kind of just give us the Cliff Notes version of like your world and who the families are?
Okay, yeah. That's I could probably talk a lot about that, but because it's expanding all the time. That's very typical of me. When I have a project, it just gets so big. But I do enjoy that. So, there are how many? I would say there are a number of countries in the world, and they all have like different families in them. And I have family trees for all the families, and I actually draw them by hand because I enjoy also having like pen and paper. So I keep track of everyone and who their relationships and stuff. And then I also have a software, like a little simulation software I wrote myself, also to keep track of all the characters of the world, and to add even more randomness. So in that software, I can click like a update time step, and then random events might happen. And those events inspire me to build in the Minecraft world. Yeah, but of course also is the Minecraft world itself inspired. Like I love to go out and explore, and maybe I find just a place that I think is super inspiring, and then I can tell a story around it. And maybe it's like some characters I already know about that's moving there, or in some cases I also just create new kingdoms and expand the world and add more new families to it.
Yeah. So how many families are there?
Oh, it's a lot now. Or
how many did you
families
start,
that I actually...
and then maybe how many do you think there are now?
It started with just one, and it was actually my little brother that inspired me, because he was building like a castle close to like the spawn point of the world where we started to build. So this was very many years ago. And then he started to put up signs on the walls of that castle, just like, oh, this family lives here. And yeah, he was happy with that. But then I got like, oh, who are like the people in this family? What's their stories? And and that inspired me a lot. So then I quickly started to add a few more families. But I think for a while there was maybe 10 families, but now I would say at least 50 that I know each character in. But then I also have many families that I don't really know the characters, because it's too many otherwise to process. So there are many houses where it says like these people live here and they work with that in that house. So each house is like has a reason to be in the world. But not all of the characters have like their own stories, just because of time.
Yeah.
But so many actually do have their own stories.
So then that means that sometimes... What is that? Oh, he was
What?
eating the fish. No.
Oh, that was a poor squid.
Yeah.
They are a bit derpy. So it didn't serve. Oh yeah.
It
Poor
made me,
squid.
it sounded like a creeper a little bit, and I was scared we were gonna
Oh.
have a repeat of what happened last time.
You're like, no, not again.
Not this time. Now I forget what my question was. Okay, that's okay. So let's kind of just give us a little tour then, now that we're back here, of just like some areas we didn't get to maybe visit last time, or some different areas you want to talk about.
Yes, I will. We can go first to one. Let me just find the coordinates. I put them so I would remember. We can go to one place that we didn't visit last time, and then maybe we can go back to the biggest city as well, because I think that one has so many stories. I'm just gonna take you to me.
Okay.
Now you here?
Yep. We
So
didn't glitch this time.
No, that's good. So this is a very, very tiny little like kingdom called Segulian.
Segulian.
And
okay.
yes, and it's named after the two founders that
What's
were
that?
called Sigismund and Julieta.
Is there a pig in the ocean?
Oh, yes. Poor pig. That happens. Oh, the sad thing is that the pig might have been there for many years. Because, yeah, maybe we should one day go save it. But it seems to be quite happy.
Okay.
Fine. But there is a pig in the ocean, yes.
Okay.
And as you can see, this is an old part of the world because the ocean is kind of like dead.
Yeah.
There's nothing, but and so if this would have been after Update Aquatic, the ocean would have been much more alive. There would be like kelp and seagrass and things like that. So this is an old part of the world, and we were out just exploring this ocean, and then we find this island. And I love to find islands. I don't know why, but islands are very inspiring for me.
Yeah.
So, then it started to tell the story about these two young people that, well, kind of ran away and came here and started their own little town on this island. And that was now many, many generations ago. So now there are other people in here, but it's still a very tiny place. And this is a memorial for a famous person on this island.
Who's the famous person?
But this is so this is a bit old. Like there was a prince of this island, but he, due to my simulation software, he unfortunately didn't live for very long. So he had a sad event happening.
So he's in there.
Therefore they. Yep. But I think actually that's the thing with simulation software I have, because I learned that for me it's super hard to make sad things happen in the stories. Like I think it's hard to decide that should happen, but also it's more interesting to tell stories for me if they are not always happy. Mm-hmm. So therefore the simulation software sometimes can have like random events that are like, oh no, but the stories get interesting from that.
So we have a question. I don't know if you can see it. It's on the screen. It's from Super River 1209. I don't know how to pronounce your Segulian Kingdom. Which island/continent is it located?
So it's I don't really have continents, and the island is actually also called the same thing, but it's neighbor to another like kingdom called what is Purpuria. It's like named after purple, the color. So their flags are everything is purple in that kingdom, and then it's also quite close to the place we visited last time. That was where from the update that changed the world. So there was like a big wall that is not super far away. Like it's on the other side of the ocean. But this is a tiny, tiny little country that's independent.
Okay, so were we going over here?
Yeah, or we could go back to we could go to the big city maybe, because this is quite tiny. But I thought it's cute to show. It's gonna teleport.
Whoa, that's so tall.
Yes.
Ooh, put some spyglass in there. You gotta put spyglass.
Yes, and look over the ocean. That could be quite pretty. So, where am I now? Inside? Wait, I'm just gonna go outside.
Uh-oh.
Where am I?
I'm still here.
Oh, I will teleport you soon.
Okay.
And maybe we should sleep as well. Do you have a bed?
Yep.
Okay, let's sleep, and then I will teleport you. Find you. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then I'm gonna teleport you to me. Bam. Hello. So now we're back in the biggest city that's called Huvudstaden, because it just means the capital. Because for such a long time we were just thinking we're gonna come up with the most epic name, and then we didn't. So we just said, oh well, it can be called Huvudstaden. It's quite a nice name.
How do you pronounce it?
We could. Huvudstaden, for that's super Swedish.
Huvudstaden.
Yes, and it just means the capital. So you could say that. Yeah. We can go. This is quite a big, or well, of course, some players have like huge servers. Mine is a bit more cozy, not super big, but it's nice.
This is big.
Yes, this is one of the newer houses, and it's a university.
Crashed into the cactus. Okay.
Oh yeah, that hurts a bit. Not too bad. So this is a university.
Oh wow.
And so that's one of the latest projects. I got super excited about building like university, and then building like these grand houses for all the faculties, and of course the different faculties need to be adapted to the Minecraft world. So they could have one where they teach about Nether. We have one where they teach marine biology, but then it's the Minecraft oceans biology. So that's one of.
You made a STEM school.
Yes, teaching in-world things to in-world characters.
Yes. How do I apply to go to college here or university here?
Oh, you should just join. I'm sure they have a spot for you.
Okay. Wow, it's beautiful.
So yeah, it's beautiful. I kind of like it, and it takes so long time because, to see the bricks, those are quite expensive in survival. So it takes me time to find them, and I'm also gonna decorate this, the area in front of it to make some kind of like a nice park in some way. But it's
like green.
Yeah, it's quite nice. Really here.
What is this?
It's true.
Like, is it something you're building over here? It's like a green wire looking thing.
Oh, it's a greenhouse. Yeah, or is it called that? There's probably a fancier word for it, but this old greenhouse that's all built of glass.
Yeah.
And So that's like a botanical garden,
Yeah.
if it's called that, where we try to collect at least one of each plant in Minecraft. So that's going to be nice with the lush caves.
Yeah.
We're gonna
So
add
do you
more
have
there.
a lot of plants in there right now?
Yeah, do you want to take a look?
Yeah.
So this is actually so I played together with my little brother and his partner. So they spent a lot of time building this one. And I think it's beautiful. I love it, and it's perfect for like the story of the world. So yeah, this is the entrance. It's so nice. It's like this park of tranquility. I like
love
it.
The
and
fountain.
then
it's so pretty.
Isn't it? It's so pretty. And look, it's so nice inside. Also, I just must recommend the view from this hill is quite nice.
Oh, I can see the whole town.
At least part of it.
Yeah.
This part of the town, yeah.
I see so many areas where you can have spyglass now.
Yes, definitely.
Oh,
I love that you're so excited.
I'm so excited about the spyglass. But I gotta find the crystal geodes first, or else I can't make any. So it might take me a little while to make some. Mommy Belle, I want Agnes to write a book about her world. Authenticity times 100 is what that would/could be. I want you to write the book too. That would be so cool.
I have sometimes thought about, should I try to share more, like the story about the world to others? Because now, well, I do share it here, but otherwise I'm really shy about it, to be honest.
You shouldn't be shy. You know what? We're gonna go back to the advice that you gave Gracie, which you just go for it. And you shouldn't be shy about your world. It's beautiful. You've put so much work into it. I think people, you make this game with your team. Like, I find it so fascinating to see what you create. And also I love that, like, you still get surprised in the game. You still get surprised about things that happen, and you still are so in love with it. I love that.
I love that too. And I love, for example, when like playtesting new features, and I still am like, oh, this is such a cool spawn point of this new world I tried. Like, I still get so excited and inspired about the game, and I'm very thankful for that, because it's my biggest hobby. So
yeah,
I'm happy. It's good game. This is quite nice.
What plans then, or that you've been able to talk about the new update, that are you going to be able to put in here?
Yeah, I think we can put most of them. Like, I think so one new plant is called a spore blossom, and that's like a really big pink plant. It's super pretty, and you place it like in the roof, and then it also gives particles. So it's like particles swirling around in a volume around it, and I think that could be super cool to actually add inside this a greenhouse. So to have it like in the roof here, I think that could be super pretty. But then we also have like azalea. I'm not sure how to pronounce it correctly, but azalea, yes. And I think those are also very pretty and would be so great to place here, for example.
Yeah, and this pink purple area, you could put that new
that's true. It would be perfect here. And then, because this is definitely a pink area, and there's azalea is also, it comes in two versions, one without flowers, but the one with flowers is also pink, so it maybe should be in the same area. So the lush caves have, like, their color scheme is a lot about like green, gray, and pink. And I really like that color scheme for it. So I think that's gonna go well in this part of the greenhouse.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm excited to see. I'm so excited to see how you're going to use all of the things from the new update in your world, honestly. Again, we're going to have to do this all over again once the update comes out, so that I can see how you've incorporated all the new elements into your build. Okay. Was there one more spot we were going to check out?
Um, maybe. Well, I was just thinking we could walk around because this
Okay.
town is really big, but we maybe we should go to so many places here. Let's see. Oh, where is the? I haven't built the road to this place yet. Where are you? Here. This is like a marketplace. Just walking by it. Oh, I know. I think we didn't walk. We did see this house, but we didn't walk. There is like a kind of cute street that we will come to soon with like different shops, and I think it's quite a nice atmosphere there. Here we will soon be here. This little street I think is quite cozy
Cute.
with like shops that sells different things, and they have like the display windows.
Oh.
And for example, like this jewelry store here, the
Oh.
green blue one, that family that owns that one lives nearby. They live in this gray and white house. You see, if you go to where I am
Yeah.
and look in the same direction, that gray and white house, they
Oh.
live there. And
That's
the sister's
fancy.
shop. Yeah, yeah, they have quite a fancy house. Not all, yeah.
They're gonna try to find those new geos.
Yes, the amethysts, definitely. That would be perfect to sell.
This is so cute. Oh, that's a clothing store.
Yes. It is.
What's this?
So this one is, they have what's called a Fletcher Villagers today. It's a newer company, and they try to see if they can, have lots of earn money on the trades from the Fletchers. So I think it's interesting to incorporate, here is the villagers, and work together with the villagers and let the villagers be part of the story. So that's what this house is. I really like the villagers, actually.
Uh-oh, we're gonna have to go to sleep.
Yes. We could tell you about just you see there's like a tower. It's not the prettiest tower I built. You see far away in the desert there, but I can tell you the story about it because it's like a monument in memory of when we started to count the time in the world, because now they actually have years and free part of years, so there are no months. But for many like real world years, we didn't really count the time. We just knew that there were families and generations, and then could think approximately how many years there have been. But then at a certain point, they like started to figure out the system to count time, and that's the memory of when it was year 0.
So there's a question. Agnes, what do you like the most from the whole Minecraft, including 1.17?
Oh wow, wow, that's a good question.
Can I take a guess?
I think, yeah.
I'm just gonna guess turtles.
I mean, I do like the turtles a lot, and they were super fun to develop, and I am happy with the design. And me as a player still love the turtles, but I think it's hard to say one thing, because like I love how all the things are connected and how the things inspire me as a player in different ways. So it's super tricky to say one thing, but one thing I just love is like the infinity of it. I can play on this world for super long, and I can just continue to explore, and the environment is still gonna be new and exciting for me. So that's more like I guess fundamental part of the game, but I love it a lot. And that it still is a game, so it's not 100% a sandbox, it still is a game, and to me that's very inspiring.
I always have so much fun talking to you, and like the fact that you get so much joy out of playing, and the fact that you have a job in STEM that young girls can look up to and be like, I want to do that, or I could do that, is just something that I love so much. Thank you for being here.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
If you're watching this, you must have really liked the video. Make sure you follow and subscribe, and check out these other videos that are even better. No, really. I've seen this one over 100 times.